What's going on, everybody? We are back. It's your friend Will. This is the Memory Lapse, and we are continuing our Jund run today. We went 1-1, punting away our first round and then getting a freebie in our second round. So, really don't have any opinion on the deck other than that we were tracking how good Cindervines might be in some matchups. But we are kind of hoping to play against a creature deck here to see how good Status Statue could be. So this is definitely something we can keep. Some early interaction, a treasure map. And our opponent takes a mulligan. Bully for us. Alright, so if they leave with like an elf here, easy, just snap Carnival that. Even this, I think we just Carnival. They are not declaring it. Well, let's just make them use it then. I wonder if they suspect that we that we have something that they would want to ping. Not really sure what they would put us on. So I guess we'll set a stop and upkeep because we do want to find mana here. And Blood Crypt will do it. With a number of cards that do stuff now when like the opponent's dealt damage, I think it's pretty important to kill even things like this that could turn on a lightning bolt or take the stage later. Direfleet Daredevil. I think we're just gonna push it looking for land. And not a surprise. I guess we don't want to play it into a Goblin, so the Goblin Chainwhirler, so we'll just save it and take back a Lightning Strike later. And we'll have to stop on upkeep again. So we're going to want to flip this treasure map. Assist on our upkeep, please. So they might be on some kind of, I don't know, big red deck. Skarrgan Hellkite. I think we'll push that and try to draw land. Overgrown Tomb. So we're not in a rush here. I don't think, because I don't think we want to break even one of these to play the Phoenix. I don't know if they just have a weird land-heavy draw or what, because this is not what I expect to see usually. Yeah, looks like they're just trying to burn us out, so we're gonna have to race them. Kind of interested to just make them discard here. Double Mountain, yeah. All right, so then let us crack these. So we're more likely to win the race. So this time, next turn we can bring them down to 1, and then Dire Fleet Daredevil back with Burnt Spell. Yeah, they just got a really bad draw. I mean, it's like they 6, 7, 8. They discard 2, so 8 lands in their red deck. That would be tilting. We don't have a ton to bring in here. I think we can say we don't necessarily want Banefire. The question is like Karn better? Is Fiery Cannonade better? Legion Warboss, maybe? We're going to be on the draw, so maybe we want Cannonade. Cannonade's generally not amazing against red deck, but you can still clean up a lot of their 1 and 2 drops. Alright, we got a little bit of awkwardness if we drew our 1 non-red producing land here. Oh. But we can hold off on it now. So we can go treasure map into Chainwhirler. Hopefully Chainwhirler gets to scoop something up. It looks like they're stuck on land. Okay. Alright, well, let's just start beating them down. And we're going to curve right into just like hasty Hellkites. Should be fine. Don't think we're ever even going to activate this treasure map this game. Alright, so they'll ping us in response. We will have to shock ourselves, but should be worth it to swing for 10 next turn. Yeah, and there's a scoop here. So, hey, another freebie. Not sure what's going on with our opponent's deck there. The weirdness with how they played their Goblin turn 1, game 1, opted not to attack, and then proceeded to play super slow. It's like, what? Why would they not attack into my mountain? I'm not sure what they thought. Maybe they thought I was on mono red, and that I was going to play a Pyromancer next turn, and they knew that their hand was slow, and they were trying to go for a board control game, but unorthodox, to say the least. Both have Guildgate starts here, so they could be on a green-black deck that's just a little bit budget in the lands. Looks like our opponent's stuck again. So they're going to go to discard step? No. Gateway Plaza. Okay. So they're on gates. They're on like 4-color gates or 5-color gates. Yep. This will be an interesting one. I think that this is our deck is exactly the type that they want to be playing against. To be honest. Especially game 1 where we have a lot of dead cards. Look at that. What is with this game? These stops. They have to clean this up. Treasure map has helped me us a little bit here. This is the awkwardness of treasure map, which is like we really can't afford to just sit and do nothing and activate maps, but sometimes your deck forces you to do that. Interesting. So this is not the direction that I would take these decks. Just like trying so hard to find any land. Kind of brutal. Also stuck with a bunch of like interactive cards that aren't going to do anything. We have these fines to get back stuff. It's kind of a shame that we missed 2 land drops or so there. That we had to sack so many treasures, because it would have been nice to be able to like find back now and be able to play Rekindling Phoenix in the same turn. Alas. This is probably a combo we're not going to beat, as sad as it is to say. I mean, it's really the combo of Guild Summit plus Gates that I don't think we can beat. We don't have a way to interact with this unless we draw status. And they've already drawn so many cards off it. Still no land on top. We can't really take status there now. Can't play the Chainwhirler. This is so brutal. Just have mono dead cards against their deck. If we can get them low enough, though, the Banefire is going to be fine. So I'm just going to hold out hope. Then we get to go to sideboard and take out like these Lava Coils and stuff that just do nothing. We can probably safely scoop here. If they play like a Crassus or something, that will gain them life. But if we do hit them 2 more times, the Banefire would do it. And the clock is not that. We've got 2 blanks. The Psychic Corrosion doesn't really present that scary of a clock. And from what we know, like their deck is not going to have a lot of instant speed removal to take care of this Hellkite. Maybe they would have Explosion. Just cannot find land. Oh, there we go. I think it's worth the Chainwhirler to get the damage on him. We're at 9 mana, so this puts them down to 10. Guess we have to be worried about Vraska's Contempt. Gaining them back some life. Now our hand might be tipped. Though if I'm them, I'm probably putting them on just us having one. Nine, 10. Let's take back. Let's use their growth spiral here. Try to find another land. Nope. Let's just take the Gates Ablaze and not play it. Alternatively, we probably could have gone Finality and hasted a Hellkite there, which would have put them to 6. If they're price of faming this creature for full retail, that's pretty good for us. They capped on top. We are one land away from lethal on the Banefire. So we're kind of hoping that they tap out here. Kind of hoping they don't have another Plaza of Harmony. Geez, if they were playing anything more serious than Psychic Corrosion, I think we'd be in a lot of trouble this game. But the slow bleed has just made it possible for us to chip in damage. I guess we just do it. 6, 7, 8, 9. Then if they have a way to gain life in response, we have Hellkite hasted next turn. No, they're in the tank. If they had like Revitalize, I think they would have popped it. Growth Spiral. They get to see a little bit more of our deck this way. Right. So we want the robust answers for sure. Don't think we want the Lava Coils. I don't think we want Status Statue. I think we want Karn. Legion Warboss. Another Banefire. Cindervines actually as enchantment removal might be good. No, nope, 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 nope. try something like this. Because if we can keep them off of drawing with the gate enchantment, I think we grind them out all the easier. And Carnage will be fine against them. Alright, so I like our configuration a lot more post-board. Banefire just steals us another game. Alright, so we have a nice mulligan here. This we keep. Don't think we want my number 5. Hope we get a turn 2 Cindervines. And we'll get to rack up the Cindervines counter. See where we end up here. We can get this in play before their enchantment comes down. They miss land drop. We have another non-game. Is that the only way this deck can win, is when our opponents miss land drops and concede? Oh, there they go. Just get some pressure on the board. Might as well leave the mana up just in case they try to interact with Cindervines. I don't want to overplay into a Gates Ablaze, though. It's not really worth it to play this Carnage yet. Although maybe with knowing that they skipped a land drop, their hand is like all spells, so getting 2 spells might be good. I usually like to wait to use this type of effect until they're much lower on cards. Unmoored Ego. Alright, so that's 1 damage off Cindervines. I guess they'll go for Banefire, in which case they would get 3 of them. Yeah, let's just do it. And then next turn we can Unmoored Ego them back. Okay. Alright, Cindervines triggers. Meant to play the other one. So, do we want to actually like break this? I think we do. So Cindervines got it for 4. And now we can go for Corrosion. So none in their hand, they have Absorb, Frilled Mystic, Wrath. 2 more corrosions. They did have a revitalize. So other than this, they don't really have a way to win. Outside of like long-term milling us with Gaia's blessings. All right. It's kind of a tough spot for them to be in. I'm not sure what they're going to do about this Rekindling Phoenix. They need to draw Vraska's Contempt. We did see 1 or 2 in there. Don't really even think there's a reason for us to play anything into an Absorb or into a Frilled Mystic. We need to make them tap out on their turn to answer the Phoenix, and then we're gonna just Hellkite. Yep. Alright, got him. Kind of more of a sweat than it should have been, but maybe I shouldn't have been sweating at all. These have been kind of quick, right? Yeah, we'll do it 1 more. Yeah, I'm not sure about Psychic Corrosion gates. There's just so many better things you can do if you get a if you get the you know, the drawing enchantment in play, then use it to fuel another enchantment that slowly kills your opponent. Like, just use it to play good cards. It creases. I mean, maybe they're on a budget, but they could have even been playing some of the uncommon gates cards. Like, they didn't have like Colossus or the Ram, the Angel. So I don't know. Feels like a bit of a homebrew. Yeah, we can keep this. We begrudgingly like to have Treasure Map in our hand. Oh, it's going to be good in this matchup. I have to assume. So now they Thought Tease us. Whenever your opponent plays turn on Watery Grave, 100% of the time they have Thought Erasure for you. I don't think I've ever played against a deck that led Watery Grave that didn't just turn 2 Thought Erasure us. They probably take Hellkite here. So we're just going to try to chip in damage wherever we can. Use Direfleet Daredevil to get some card advantage. And hopefully find a Banefire that's going to be for like 8+ lethal at a certain point. Do not want that. Okay. So I think our game plan is going to be to stockpile mana off these treasure maps and not really use them to draw cards, unless we somehow run our opponent out of cards. Killing our treasure map that's about to flip. No? I love it. Eldest Reborn is probably the most annoying card here. So let's just take that. I think we want the Phoenix. Yeah, so they're on like a really controlling build. They're not playing an Explore package at all, it looks like. Their deck probably starts at 4, minus some removal. Alright, so they took out our treasure map. They're playing Vine Broker. I think we know we want the Phoenix. So let's coil the Vine Broker. Do we just want to take the Vraska out with status? No, we might need to use this action to destroy that. This card's a problem for them. They really can't play Eldest Reborn into it. Oh, they can. I mean, I'm not sure what they can have for 1 mana that's going to enter the egg here. Assuming they even have a land drop to make. Maybe their thinking is just play it. Just keep chipping them down. Keeping their planeswalkers off the board. I think that's the first time we've cast the statue half. I'm gonna make Vraska 6 here. Can't really do a ton with it. Make a token. think we play the same way here. Alright, I think we will draw. Oops. Start drawing now. I think we're in a good position to press our luck. This we need to save to combo a status in case they get like a ton of shit on the board. So much for that plan. Timely. But also we know they have Ritual of Soot, right? So they're not going to play Ritual this turn. Second Thought Erasure. Oh, we still get to take their Vraska off the board here. Why would they put this in the bin when they have a Ritual Soot? Is it better just make them discard? Kind of like that. Let's just take out this Vraska and they'll be top decking. No, I have to imagine their deck has a lot of good top decks in it, so. But not a lot of good answers to Phoenix other than probably Contempt. Not sure there's much of a point to trying to Thought Erasure them first. Phoenix is tough to answer. I think they made that mistake playing the way they did with the Eldritch Reborn. So they didn't really see anything small from our deck. I think we want Star of Extinction though. I mean, a lot of stuff potentially comes out here. I like Star against their deck. Spyglass, yes. Karn, yes. Banefire, Warboss. So now what do we put back in? Chainwhirler could just be fine as a 3-drop for pressure. Statue as flex destruction could be good. Find could be good, though I don't think it's gonna be that good. Maybe we just keep the Chainwhirlers and take the statuses out. And if we see a radically different game plan from them, we can think about putting some of the split cards back in. They mulliganed. That means they might only have 2 Thought Erasures this game instead of 3. Thought Erasure is a reason to keep Finality in. Because here they probably take the Phoenix. Seeing as how that feels like it's a card they can't really beat. Great draw for us, though. To ramp into a Star of Extinction if we need. Whoa. So they're just going to rep Sinister Sabotage here. That's good too. Oh, they don't have a land. And then they drew one, okay. So that Vraska 4, Hydro Crassus for 1. Oh, for 2, drawing 1. They've got nothing in their hand. I guess I just drew that. That's a good one. They're actually like not that far from Banefire in them out. This could be a good place to star. Gives them a chance to like play something and kill this. Like they could have a Vraska if they're still rolling. Yeah. Now if they minus to kill the egg, we can Chainwhirler. I think we need to just start drawing cards here. There's still a too high of a life total for Banefire to come into play. So they have no counterspell. Did he go for Vraska back? Krasis probably. Krasis is kind of a problem. I think we need to actually try to draw to like a Carnage. So actually starring here keeps them off of a card and a life. Assuming they don't draw land. Ooh, that's perfect. Yeah, we were not in a great spot there. Keep up one for the treasure map. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh. All right. Stall the game to Banefires. I guess Banefires greater than Croesus. We got very lucky to hit that discard spell there. And the combination of the damage really works with the Banefire plan. So up to 4. 48 minutes. I don't know what to do. Maybe we'll just have to do a bonus video showing the end of this. The last round later, because we don't have time to do it this morning. Yeah, that's it. So from 1-1 to 4-1, pretty good. The deck feels funky. Show it again here. Yeah, it feels very funky. It's hard to kind of peg how powerful it is. It does weird things. We've played against weird opponents who haven't necessarily played well. We haven't played against any of the green mid-range decks that I was hoping we'd pair against to see how good status is in combination with Chainwhirler. I think we got to do that once against a couple Drakes. That was pretty good, but yeah, we have not really had the matchups we're hoping for, but we have been able to grind hard in those grindy matchups that we have been getting. So Banefire's doing a ton of work. Carnage has been pretty decent. Treasure Map has been slow and it's been helping us in those matchups where I think if we were against anything remotely faster, those hands would not have been worked out nearly as well. And Phoenix is an all-star, Hellkite's an all-star. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of powerful cards in this deck, but our game 1 configuration has just not been good against the field that we've seen so far. Hasn't kept us from winning, but hasn't felt amazing. So that's where I'm at with the deck right now. We'll obviously play the last round soon. And yeah. Until then, stay tuned, like, subscribe, and comment, post below, follow the Twitch. Hope you're enjoying, and we'll be back again with the last round. So stay tuned.